Hey guys. I gotta get this big box up, this big bag up today. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on, let's go in the yard. Come on, let's go in the backyard. Come on. Come on, Petrie. Come on, Petrie. Okay, don't hurt me. Let me close the gate. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You love Mama, don't you? Yeah, you do. Well, y'all, I have some really big tomatoes on the vine. You can see that I've been stimulating them with a toothbrush. The blooms, I just kind of walk up down the row and put the electric toothbrush on and put it against the flowers. Now that is just enough gentle vibration that it mixes the pollen, because you know that tomatoes are self-pollinators. All they need is a gentle breeze blowing. See how these are blowing in the wind here from the fan? Same thing, and that's why the tomatoes are more prominent up here, because for the longest, before I got the other fan down there, I had this one up here, and it was rocking the tomatoes up here more than it was down there. So I have got a lot of tomatoes actually on the vine up in this area, and now they're starting to come on the vine down there in that area. So I've got the next batch that I planted. They're not as big as these because I planted them second, and then I've got another batch over there that I planted third. So they're all going to be different sized tomatoes. It's called succession planting, and that's the way I want it, because I want tomatoes coming in here and be able to pick tomatoes here, pick, and then tomatoes there, pick, and you can see I've got okra in between, and the field peas are over there, and I know you can see how big those are. The cucumbers are here, and I have them trellised. They will start to climb the baling twine also, and you can see they've already attached here by their little tendrils, and they're starting to climb. So yeah, lots of tomatoes. The peppers over there, you can see, let me see if you can see how tall those peppers are. They're as tall as the tomatoes. I may have to trellis the pepper plants if they get any taller. I'm not sure. I don't want them laying over. We will cross that bridge when we come to it. But you can see there are some little tomatoes down here at the end, and lots of pepper plants. Y'all, I have pepper plants everywhere. And of course, I have lots of squash in here. We're going to be eating some squash soon. I've already harvested the calendula for today. I left a few blooms just for pollinators to see. But I have harvested them today already. And you can see that this pepper plant is up to my thigh. crazy. I hear peacocks screaming. All right, so over here, I have on order some beneficial insects to fight against aphids, because a couple of the pea vines, and it's just a couple, for the most part, the pea vines are lovely. They don't have any aphids on them, but I've noticed a few ladybugs in here, and they're on the peas, and I'm sure that they're eating aphids, but I don't want them to get any more than that, so I do have some insects on order for those. There is one of the dark angels, but you can see everything's going good. Now, what I wanted to talk to you about was the tomatoes. So, as you know, I'm an affiliate with Hoss, and I have an affiliate link. And if you don't have an affiliate already that you use, I would love for you to use my link and buy your plant starts, buy your seeds, and buy your organic fertilizers and whatever else that you may need. But I wanted to show you one thing that I got from Hoss that I need for tomatoes. So this is the ProCal, and it is just calcium, derived from calcium carbonate, and it is treatment for blossom end rot. It's preventative for blossom end rot, non-burning formula, root target application. Now let me talk to you about that. So calcium gets to the tomatoes, and I know that you've seen this before, where you can just spray some calcium on the leaves and the tomato uptakes it. That's not necessarily true. Calcium gets to the tomato itself from the bottom up. So the calcium has to go in the root. Now it will get into the leaves and make your leaves thicker, but it's got to go into the root system and go into the tomato itself. So this ProCal from Hoss, it comes with a handy dandy Dumaflachi to put on your garden hose. You just kind of screw this into it and screw the garden hose onto this, and you water your plants at the base, at the root, to get the calcium into the tomatoes. And believe it or not, peppers need calcium also. And so we'll talk about that at a later date. But this is kind of for a small garden area that most people have, that just have a few tomato plants and they want to water their tomatoes and put the calcium in. And in about 10 to 14 days, they'll repeat and give it another dose of calcium by using the garden hose. But what do you do if you have a big greenhouse? Same thing that you do with fertilizer. Now, Hoss is coming out next season, with a more concentrated version of that. But what I did was I put the ProCal in my fertilized system. So the fresh water goes in, mixes with the ProCal, then comes out into the main line that the drip irrigation is attached to. And I'm putting calcium, dripping it at the root of every vegetable that needs it. Now, everything don't need it. So what I did on the okra and the peas and all that is I have these little cutoffs. I just cut off the rows that I did not want to get calcium right then. So I wanted to send it to all my rows with peppers and tomatoes on them. So the only concern of running this, and it's just a different application, The only concern with running your calcium through your fertilizer system is, will the calcium itself stop up your emitters? I was concerned about it, but I wasn't just definitely afraid of it. So I've already done it once, and what I did was, after I got done with the calcium, I turned off my fertilizer system, and then I just flushed it with fresh water. And I'm running it at a pretty good pressure in here. I'm running it at 25 psi. Normal drip irrigation with the 5/8 inch main line is run at 15 psi, but I'm running this, because it's got a 1 inch main line, at 25 psi. So that means that I believe I was able to flush any calcium left in the vines. And I've already watered a couple of times since, and none of my emitters are stopped up. So I believe that I'm okay there. But I had gotten Greg on the phone with Hoss, and we discussed this, if I could use the ProCal in a drip irrigation system through the fertilizer injector, if he thought that that would be another good application method for the ProCal. And he agreed with me, in a greenhouse situation like I have here, that that would be the easiest and fastest way to apply the ProCal to the tomatoes and peppers. So I kind of had to get Greg's approval on that, so to speak, and it worked, y'all. I really believe it worked. I'm about to put the rest of it in there and run another application through, because I only did half of it. I wasn't really sure if running it through drip irrigation, if I could do the whole bottle of it, and I absolutely can. And he's even talked about, and he told me it was okay to tell you, he talked about he's coming out with a more concentrated version of that for situations like in a greenhouse setting where you have a lot of tomatoes on the vine. So anywho, that is what I wanted to talk to you about, is a different way of using the ProCal. You can always use the hose pipe method with your Dumaflachi, or you can put it in drip irrigation in your inline fertilizer system. So it has worked. I mean, it worked for me. Also, one more thing I wanted to show you, that Hoss sales, and I was really interested in trying this because I came upon a time the other day that I needed to plant something, but I did not need a whole 100 seed tray to do this. So Hoss has developed a 25 plug tray, and it comes with, and I'm trying to hold the camera and do this, but it comes with your plug, and it's hard plastic, y'all. It's hard plastic. So this is reusable. So it comes with the 25 plug insert, and it comes with the hard plastic box here, the tray that the insert goes in. And see, they even have their name on it. Look at that, Hoss. So it was very inexpensive, y'all. It was, I think it was roughly around $12, but y'all, it is, that's inexpensive for this kind of material. So if you guys think that y'all just want to plant a few seedlings of something, get on Hoss's website and use my link and get y'all one of these 25 trays. That is just the neatest thing. And I'm about to fill this one up because there's something else that I want to plant, but I don't need that many of it. So I'm going to use that 25 tray for that and give it a whirl. And I can let you guys know later how good that thing is. But I wanted to, I just wanted to talk to you guys about how to get calcium to your tomatoes. And remember, from the bottom up, don't spray the leaves. You're doing nothing. You're doing nothing. It's no good to do that. Spray it. If you use your hose pipe Dumaflachi, spray it at the ground just like you would if you were watering. The leaves do not need the water. But if you're using drip irrigation and you have an inline fertilizer system, you can use it. But remember, if I were you, I would flush it afterwards. I would make sure that there's no calcium left in those drip tape, because you don't want to stop your emitters up. Yeah, we might be filling our freezer up here soon. Early mornings are the absolute best. Just to get lost in this in the early mornings is just unimaginable joy. Every morning I come out just in case the wind didn't take care of the tomatoes the day before. I'll do a little bit of manual stimulation. This one's head high. Oh, a little spider up in there. Little cucumbers everywhere. Are heatless habaneros. The okra is about to bloom. Some succession planting of tomatoes here. Actually run a load of calendula every day. Okay, so if you notice how healthy the peas are, and in the past and in the beginning of the season when the peas first started coming up, there were aphids. And I did go ahead and get some beneficial insects that pretty much wiped them out overnight. And if you'll notice, there are no aphids on these peas at all. So the beneficial insects they did their job, and I've never been happier in my life as to how everything in here looks. Now it is a jungle in here already. A clean jungle, but it's a jungle. I've got another row, the very last row, that I planted over here, and you can see that the peppers that are planted on this last row are very small. So they've not been planted long at all. And this is a succession planting. I'll have peppers over here later than the peppers over there. But all in all, this is my greenhouse. Okay guys, one final note. This is the last call for the merch that is on my website at this time. We are launching a whole new batch of items, and I think you guys are going to be so excited. One of them is something that you have asked for a very long time. So I'm excited, and y'all just have to see it. Jacqueline has worked very hard. I've worked hard, and I think that we've got you something coming on the website that you're going to absolutely love. Like, I'm going to love these tomatoes. Y'all have a good day, and y'all farm on.